I'm Dr. Travis Hagey, and I study the evolution and adaptation in gecko toe pads and other lizards that have sticky toes like that. I first kind of became interested in being a scientist. I was always really excited about science and math and physics and those kinds of concepts, even as a little kid. When I was in grade school, I really wanted to be a paleontologist when I grew up, and I was really excited about Legos. And so dinosaurs plus Legos was pretty much my foundation for getting a cellular biology degree as a bachelor's degree, and going into graduate school for evolutionary biology. My favorite part of a project, or my favorite part of being a scientist actually, is the part of a project when you just first start getting your results back. That part's really an exciting time because you've poured so much energy into thinking about a project, planning a project, maybe writing grants to find funding for that project. You're thinking of all the different ways it could go, what's the right way to do it, what your results might be, what do they mean. And so you've put a lot of thought and time and energy into these projects. And so when you first start getting your results back, you now know the answers to questions that nobody else knows the answer to. You're the first person to learn this new information. And that's really exciting. So that's kind of the most exciting part, or kind of the inspiration that I have. And so, like I said, I actually got a cellular biology bachelor's degree, and I went into graduate school interested in evolutionary genetics, or kind of the genetics of adaptation. And then as I got into grad school, I realized most genetics and now genomics rely on a lot of statistics. And statistics was a type of math that I actually really struggled with. Calc, trig, that kind of stuff came pretty easily to me, but statistics really I struggled with. And so genetics was tough to wrap your head around. And I had a really great PhD advisor, Luke Harmon, who suggested that I look at gecko toe pads and some of the biomechanics and the engineering that goes into them. And that really fit my interests and my skill set, and it really complemented kind of the way I think about things. So I have actually my advisor to thank for kind of pointing me in that new direction, knowing my skills and challenges. He pointed me toward biomechanics, kind of the study of engineering and biology, the studying how animals work, kind of from an engineering or physics point of view. And that was perfect for me. I think there's two really important things that you need to keep in mind. It's perseverance and creativity. Perseverance is because, especially if you're a grad student watching this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, there are times when you're going to feel like you're not smart enough to be here. There are times you're going to feel like there's other people that are smarter than you. And remember, when you do feel that way, the thing I like to remember is that you're trying to do something nobody else has done. You're trying to ask a question that nobody's ever answered before. And so, yeah, there isn't a right way to do it, or at least there isn't a well-known way to do it, because you're doing something nobody else has done before yet. So there's going to involve trial and error. It's just going to be an uphill process to figure that out. That's part of how it works. So you need perseverance to kind of keep pushing through that and know that it gets better, at least a little bit. The other thing that I think is really important is creativity, because again, you're going to be trying to figure out how to do things nobody else has done before. And so being able to think of new ways to test the hypotheses you want to test, or answer the questions you want to answer, whether that's coming up with a new technique or a new method, or stealing or borrowing a technique or method from another field or another subfield. That creativity, how you can spin your papers, how you can write powerful grants, that's all creativity. And so trying to answer questions from a new angle, being able to creatively come up with new ideas, new processes, new techniques, that will help your career. That will help you be a better scientist.